A point is in circular motion and the centripetal force is governed by this equation, F is equal to minus K upon R squared. The particle is under circular motion. This is the expression of centripetal force. We have to find out the total energy of that particle in terms of K and R. Okay, so to find the total energy, we'll prefer to find potential energy first because we have been doing it for quite some time now. Potential energy, U, can be found using this expression that we have studied. F is equal to negative of the first derivative of potential, du by dx or du by dr, whatever, we can take the variable, but this r is the displacement. So F is equal to minus du by dx or du by dr we have studied. This is what has been the focus. Okay, so potential energy can be easily calculated. We can say that du is equal to minus F into dr. So u will be integration of du, that would be integration of minus F dr. So potential energy can be calculated. In this case, the potential energy will come out as, replacing F by minus K by R squared, that gives us K into integration of R squared. This gives minus K upon R. So potential energy very easily we have found out. Next we have to find kinetic energy. Do the summation, we'll get the total energy. Kinetic energy is half mv squared, well known, and the velocity here is not known. So we'll use the equation of circular motion, in which we know that the centripetal force is mv squared upon r, and the centripetal force here is given as minus K upon R squared. But actually we'll have to think about it. mv squared by r, we have not put any sign to this. So the centripetal force there has been given with sign, but you will have to make a judgment. What are you going to do? Are you going to equate this with minus K upon R squared? If you are using that with sign, you have to think about the sign of this as well. Better would be to equate just the numerical value, because mass is positive, this v square term will be positive, and on this r we have not put any sign of this r. So mv square by r actually numerically should be equated to K upon R square. You may not feel very convinced, but actually if you take negative, then the result will be obscene. Result would give you that kinetic energy would come out as negative, and I'll show you that. But for now, let's equate mv square upon r with just K upon R square. This gives us mv square is equal to K upon r. Kinetic energy is half mv square, so kinetic energy will come out as K upon 2r. If we would have used force as minus K upon R square, then kinetic energy would have come as minus K upon 2r. That would have meant that kinetic energy is negative. But kinetic energy is not negative. So actually mv square upon r should be equated numerically with the value of the force, because we are not considering the force to be vector. We are not using the sign. We should not use a sign here. So kinetic energy has come out as K upon 2r, potential energy as minus K upon r. So total energy will be equal to minus K upon 2r. That is the total energy. Okay, so we'll solve two more problems and then we'll wrap up this section. This problem was asked in AIEEE 2006. They said that the expression of potential energy they gave as this, and they said that the particle whose equation of potential energy versus displacement is this has a total energy of 2 joule. The mass is 1 kg These three information is given, and they asked that what would be the maximum velocity of the particle. So you spend some time, think about it, and try to work this one out on your own. Potential energy is given, and total energy is also given, and mass is also given, and you have been asked the maximum velocity. Maximum velocity, of course, meaning that it will start at some point with rest, and the velocity will increase, and after that the velocity will decrease. Something of that sort should happen. That's why they are asking for maximum velocity. Okay? So think about it, do it, work it out. So if I have to solve this problem, then I would actually think about to what point the velocity will increase. I'll calculate that x, and that is the x actually at which there will be maximum velocity. So to